She's got great chat.
I was coming back here to tell you I loved you.
I licked her tit or whatever.
You know, you've got quicksand. It's like the equivalent, it's made out of dicks.
It's banter. I'm a mommy.
Mommy?
I'm a mom.
Mamacita.
Mommy.
Like a mom of what? A dog? Dog?
Are you joking?
You are a liar, actress.
So fast. Crazy.
She's got chat.
First things first, banning gherkins and all McDonald's burgers. And if you're still eating those gherkins, grow up, because they're minging.
Hello and welcome to She's Got the Chat. I am Maura.
And I am disappointed.
Ooh, say more.
Ari. I have feelings about this season. Bad ones.
Yeah.
Negative ones.
Negative feelings in general.
Yes.
Say more about that.
First of all, I can't believe that the last bombshells to come in were Soul, Sincere, and Caleb.
Yes.
I almost said Corbin. And it's been like a full week. We did shit. We were supposed to blow shit up like we did with Jeremiah and Huda. And then they all just fucking went back to each other.
Yep.
We've not dumped anyone. They haven't had to make any hard decisions. And we're writing love letters to each other less than 2 weeks in. I don't understand what they're doing. And they're Casa Amor coming to a big screen near you. Is Casa Amor going to be them playing board games at this point? I don't give a fuck.
I am with you. Also, we haven't had any dates. We had obviously Kata and Zach in the Hideaway, but that's it.
Yeah.
No, let's put these people on a date outside of the villa where there's no prying eyes.
Right.
There's just, everyone is too locked in with each other, even though they don't seem to even really like each other that much.
I don't think anyone likes each other. And I think that the producers are feeding them information.
Oh, what do you mean?
The public thinks Corbin is a robot.
Oh.
And shit like that.
Interesting. What would be the benefit of that, though?
That everyone freaked out and was like, oh my God, Zach made a comment about Corbin
LOL.
rebooting.
Yeah.
And then it's oh, that'll drive interest in the show. No, just make a good show.
Yeah. I'm wondering, I don't know, obviously that guy died. That producer died. I'm wondering if that's having an effect on the show, because that happened a week ago.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did they not announce it for a while?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just sort of wondering if maybe it has something to do with that.
I guess, but don't you think, maybe this is insensitive, that James would want them to make the best season ever?
I mean, yes, the show must go on. That's showbiz, baby.
It's what he would want.
I know, but you got to consider the fact that it's a cast of, the people making the show are likely grieving and are maybe feeling a little traumatized, for example.
Well, it's
and that might not
through.
be the best for creating a fun show.
But okay,
you know what I mean?
I hear that. Are they just not bringing in bombshells because they're grieving? To a certain extent, I hear what you're saying, but also are there people just waiting in hotel rooms that are not being put on the show because the producers are too sad? That part of it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, fair.
It feels like they are overcorrecting. Last season we had Ace, who was you can't be closed off. Oh my God, I am sure Ace fucking hates this season so much. Can you imagine how much Ace would hate this season? But he's you can't be closed off. You can't be closed off. He pretended he wasn't going to be with Shelly the whole season. And we were we know you're going to be with Shelly. And then he was with Shelly. But he did Love Island, quote unquote, how he thought that you were supposed to. And now this is an overcorrection. And I have so many thoughts about it when it comes to Zach and Kata, when it comes to Casey and Anaya, when it comes to, of course, Melanie and Sincere. And I'm maybe they're just trying to have really, really established couples that they can fuck up with Casa Amor. But at this rate, I don't even know that they're going to be able to do that.
I agree with that. I am worried about Casa. I think it could make for a very interesting season if it does fuck everything up. And I think there's potential for it, but I'm with you in that I don't know if the Islanders are going to be willing to fuck it up because they can get so heavily villainized.
Well, they'll get villainized, but also they're invested in these relationships and they have been essentially made that way by the season, by not having bombshells come in up until this point and test their connections, and by not having fucking challenges other than like reading you a love letter. Like, insane.
It is kind of insane. I agree with you also in that it's an overcorrection. I feel like a lot of people were like, oh, season 6 was so good, and then like season 7 everyone was like, nobody really like there's no love here, and like we're just voting based off popularity, and like I feel like the producers were like, all right, they want real relationships that they like enjoyed watching on season 6, but then the result of that is like it's not exciting.
We want both.
We want both 100%.
A few other notes, and then we'll tell you to follow us everywhere, and then we'll get into the episodes. Did you watch the Summer House Aftermath episode?
I haven't watched it yet.
I can't stop thinking about just this one piece of it that I texted you about, which is, so it's a conversation between first Amanda and Lindsay, and then Kyle and West, and then Miha and Sierra. In the Kyle and West conversation, first of all, West shows up and Kyle is like, hey, like, have you been here before? And West is like, no. And then their dog is like jumping up and down, like so excited to see him, literally like running circles around West. And Kyle was like, this just feels really weird because like obviously like she knows you.
Right.
And West is like kind of like trying to like not engage with the dog.
That's so awkward.
I just have to give Kyle Cook all the props in the world because I've given him props up until now for being great this season and for really turning his storyline around. But this moment in particular would have sent me over the fucking edge. I would have lost it seeing my fucking dog. Like, I can tell that you spent significant amount of time with my fucking dog and she loves you. I would have lost my mind.
Yeah, that would have been really insane for me as well, especially given how Winston doesn't always take to new people very well. I would be like, the fuck is going on here?
I want to show you the clip real quick.
Okay.
Lindsay asked Amanda, like, what did you take away from the reunion? And she was like, I don't really remember it.
Yeah, it's because you were high as shit the entire time.
She goes, because I just kind of like block it out when people yell at me. No, honey, because you were on benzos.
Exactly.
Oh my God, okay.
She was on a different plane of existence.
Watch this fucking TikTok.
Okay. Oh my God, the dog on its back.
I know.
That's the most vulnerable position a dog can put himself in.
I know.
Wait, I'm sorry. This is hilarious.
Yeah, so then Kyle like grabbed the dog and was like cuddling the dog, and I totally approve of that move. But I just can't stop thinking about the dog and how fucking crazy that must have made Kyle feel.
I've seen a lot. Yeah, definitely. I've seen a lot of stuff about like the Sierra Miha conversation. I saw something that was like Miha was like still talking to West. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know, people were feeling very icky about Miha after that episode.
I think that a lot of it was edited to make Amanda look good. It's giving like they need Amanda to be the victim again and have a redemption arc. And yeah, like they probably want to keep her on in the city is my guess. But it made West look really bad and it made Miha look bad. She is still talking to West, and she was like, most of our conversations now are over the phone because of her.
I mean, what does Amanda think of that? Like, that's insane.
I don't know what Amanda thinks of that. It just aired last night. She probably didn't know until then.
Good point. West is just like, he's actually so much worse than I thought.
He's terrible.
Like, the fact that he is so openly just like, yeah, me and Miha were like, she thought that we were in an exclusive relationship, but like I didn't. It's like, no. That means that you agreed you were in an exclusive relationship and you're just cheating on her.
We were in an exclusive relationship and I was unfaithful. Let's take the extra step to like explain. It's not like, oh, she thought that and I didn't think that. No, West. Nobody is believing that.
That's like me being like cheating on Lucas and then being like, oh, I thought that we were in an open marriage, but he didn't. Like, what? Yeah. That's not a thing. Unbelievable. This man is
Diabolical.
Spooky as fuck, to say the least.
Spooky as fuck. Okay,
Yeah.
last thing. I sent you a TikTok that was so funny. It was somebody like moving all the little Love Island characters around their jail, and it was like
Yes.
solitary confinement, death row, also like very anti-prison industrial complex, but it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
Gabriel was on death row, and I need to understand, I know that he likes to kiss. Why do people fucking hate him so much?
Well, he's MAGA. I mean, I know you know that, but I think that's a part of it.
I mean, he follows Donald Trump. I don't know that that's enough to say that he's MAGA, especially at this point, given how much I can tell there's like a cultural barrier with him. Maybe he's just like, I follow the president of the country I live in. I don't know. I don't want to give him too much credit, but like,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
feel
fair.
comfortable saying he's MAGA because he follows Trump on Instagram.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair. I don't know. I think it's just the fact that he's always just like, let's make out. Like, just like kind of similarly to Corbin, but Corbin's not getting as much shit for the same thing. You know what I mean? He is, but not really. Everyone's
There are
making
like
more of a
other
joke
things
out of Corbin.
to shit on Corbin about. Yeah, there are other things to make
Yeah.
fun of Corbin about. I just feel like people really hate him, and I don't get why, because I actually think he's fine. And especially like I've seen a lot of TikToks of people being like, I'm Brazilian, or like I went to Brazil, and like this is how kissing is viewed in that culture. I'm just like,
Yeah.
maybe this is like why all of these shows are so white, because it's like all that white America can fucking like stomach. Like we literally can't see someone behaving in a way that is not like exactly how everyone behaves and like think, oh, maybe there's like a different cultural implication or like something else going on here. We just are like bad, wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I don't think that Gabriel's that bad. And like, we'll get into it, but like, I thought his love letter was like very sweet.
I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why people don't like him so much. Racism is always an option, you know. Let's be so for real. It's like what Lynn said, like people voted to split up a Latina couple.
Oh my God, he goes classic America, breaking up a Latino family.
Yeah.
In regards to sending Bea home.
Yeah.
He's so funny, Mara.
He's so funny. I'm like so envious of how funny he is. It kills me.
It really hurts. He says
I know.
everything in just the perfect words.
I know.
In fact, don't come on our podcast because you'll make us look bad.
I know. Maybe we would have great banter.
Some business.
First of all, a reminder, we've got a Discord. If you'd like to join that, the link for that is in our bio. People are chatting about the show. It's very
Our
fun.
Instagram bio.
Did I just say bio? Yes. The link for our Discord is in our Instagram bio. While you are there, you can also submit a hot take. We are going to play a hot take today. You can record a hot take. It's got to be 1 minute or less. And you can share with us what you think about this season so far, a hot take that you have that we may or may not agree with, whatever you want. And we'll play it at the end of the episode and discuss.
Yes. And our apologies to the person who submitted their hot take and we didn't realize that it was for the season because you submitted it before the season.
Yeah, might be.
A hot take before the season, you ask? Oh my goodness, what could it be? I don't know. You'll have to wait till the end of the episode to find out because we will be playing that one today.
Yes. As always, you can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify. We want to thank SS Morrison 21 for your Spotify actually review and comment. They said that Sincere was actually using the right fable because he mentioned the pig's house of straw and was like saying it was in relation to like the foundation of the relationship with Melanie. I still think he's an idiot though.
Yeah. Well, then what I will do is I will take back what I said about, oh, that's a good metaphor. Bad metaphor.
Okay.
But you know who makes
Great.
a great metaphor in these 3 episodes? The best we've heard all fucking season is Soul.
Is it Ian Sterling? Oh, Soul.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm intrigued to hear what it is.
I can't wait to share. So please, on the note of sharing, share this podcast. We know that there are tons of people watching the show and they should all be listening to us because it's really nice to feel like you have friends to break it down with. Even if you do have friends to break it down with, you can't just play them in your ear holes at any time that you feel like talking Love Island. So that's what we're here for. Pause this right now, hit the little share button and send it to a friend who loves Love Island and then have them send it to a friend. And then that's how we grow exponentially and quit our jobs. And then we can do this full time and release our episodes daily. So that'd be great. We would love that. Share it with a friend.
We could even cover Love Island UK simultaneously.
We could absolutely cover both at the same time. Imagine.
That would be wild and crazy.
Close your eyes and imagine.
Oh my
God. And then open your eyes and share the podcast with a friend.
It's so time it's so time consuming. And yet, yeah, if we didn't have full-time jobs, that would be good. Although I am officially on my summer break. Thank God for that.
And I am officially starting my new job on Monday and we'll be working remotely again. So thank God for that.
Yay.
Only good things happening to your co-hosts over here, friends. Please, as Maura said, leave us a 5-star review. We will read your name. Follow us on all social media at She's Got the Chat. Most of the action happens on Instagram, but we're everywhere. Threads, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. The episodes are uploaded the day after they drop on all podcast platforms on YouTube. Ad-free. So follow us everywhere and share with a friend, share with a friend, share with a friend. Or an enemy. Honestly, share with your mom. I don't care. All right, let's get into episode 11.
Let's do it. Let's chat. Starting off on episode 11, we have Gabriel tell Jen that he was just being himself and he asks for respect in this moment. Essentially, he's asking for grace because Beatrice just left and he's feeling very upset and sad.
I love him. I'm sorry. Unless he's MAGA.
He's very nice.
I withhold judgment.
Kenzie then tells Caleb that the recoupling makes sense to have them together. They have a lot in common. And she says that she's holding back because she's never dated a younger guy. I must pause. First of all, it's a 2-year difference between her and Caleb. But also, Corbin is younger too.
Correct. It doesn't seem to be a big issue with Corbin, who is 1 year older than Caleb. Also, I have to say, she specifically says during this conversation that she's been waiting for someone to come in who, quote, talks like I do and knows the places I do. And it is giving white supremacy, and it won't be the last time.
No, it will not. Kenzie. Speaking of spooky people, Kenzie got a little spooky these couple episodes.
Really bad.
Yeah, it was not good. It was not good. Caleb, I haven't gotten the impression that he's ever been to Georgia, so I don't think he actually does know any of the places she's talking about. So, you don't know what you're getting at with that one.
Also, if you want somebody who knows the same places as you do, you should date in your hometown and not go on Love Island.
Did I send you the pictures of Kenzie with like a bunch of black men that she's dated in the past?
Yes, and I saw them on her Instagram as well when I was looking prior to the season.
Got it. Okay.
It's photos of her with black men. I don't know that we know that they're men that she's dated, but
fair.
It's worth noting.
I think one of them was like prom. So like maybe went to prom with a black guy.
Yeah.
Something of note. Kenzie and Caleb share a pact.
I can't.
I know. Sincere then tells Soul that he feels excited and they kiss. Corbin says that he is in a shit situation, and Melanie says that this was meant to be. She is saying, let's just take this for what it is. And then they discuss ethnicity. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time speaking today. Corbin shares that he is Black, Asian, and Jamaican.
Yeah,
fun fact.
Thought that was kind of funny. Black, Asian, and Jamaican. Isn't Jamaican the only... Those feel like different categories.
Black is like Jamaican is like the only ethnicity. If he's really being asked what ethnicity, which is what Melanie asked him, he should answer Jamaican and whatever brand of Asian he is.
Yes.
But he shared 2 races and 1 ethnicity.
Thank you. Okay, I was going to say, isn't Jamaican the only ethnicity?
Yeah.
Out of that list, but then I felt stupid. I felt like Kenzie trying to figure out if I'm blind or not.
Right. I wouldn't be shocked if he was like a couple different types of black. Like
right.
He was like
that's probably what it is.
Many black people in the United States don't know.
I'm sorry. We're so dumb. He's not he was built in a lab. He doesn't have parents.
You're right. This is a lie.
What are we talking about?
I love that we're having this like in-depth discussion about like who he is,
where he comes from. A box. A warehouse.
A warehouse. Yes. He came out of Boston. What is that company that makes those scary looking like robot dogs that they used in Black Mirror? It's like Boston
God.
something.
I have no idea.
Okay. People will know what I'm talking about.
Once again, making a reference I don't understand.
Oh my God. You didn't watch Black Mirror ever?
No, I watched Black Mirror, but how would I know the company that makes the dogs?
Because it was so scary. And then it was like
Maybe I didn't watch that episode. I haven't watched every episode. Let's move on.
dog, robot. Boston Dynamics. We'll move on. Sol and Melanie chat and hug in the bedroom. She asks if they kissed again today. Sol and Sincere. And Sol confirms, yes, we did kiss. Melanie then cries and tells Corbin that she wants to sleep outside.
This is such a funny moment. There's like a really great visual of like her sad smushed face like in his bicep.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? It's a really good photo. Also, I just have to say, finally, I'm really glad that Melanie and Sol are finally talking. But also, I did see some takes that I do minorly agree with, that it was kind of weird of Melanie to like cry to Sol about Sincere. However, it's better than them not talking at all and just getting all their information from Sincere.
I agree. They should be talking more. But
yeah. Also, everyone thought Melanie was sleeping in soul ties for attention.
Yeah.
I feel like she didn't make a big deal of it at all. And I understand her not wanting to see Sol and Sincere in bed together.
Yes, there's also the weird dynamic of Kenzie. Like Melanie and Kenzie, for all intents and purposes, like up until this point, were like very close friends in the villa.
I don't know if they were.
I feel like we got that impression because Kenzie was so upset that like Melanie wanted to talk to Corbin in the first place.
Correct. But I don't think that they were actually close friends. I think that maybe they just thought they were.
Got it. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, yeah, they don't really know each other that well ultimately.
No.
But
I believe in
context.
Zach and Bryce. Like, come on. Like, there are real friendships that have been made up until this point. Even Melanie and Anaya, I believe that there are real friendships in this villa. I don't think that Kenzie and Melanie were ever that.
That's fair.
I think that Kenzie wanted to keep Melanie close because she's scared of her.
Yeah. That's a good point. Well, anyway, in bed, we then see a conversation between Kata and Zach, and they're talking about doing shit, quote unquote, aka having sex and doing other sexual exploratory acts. And Zach is like, well, what's going to happen if someone comes in who's like 100% your type on paper? Like, and we've already done shit. Like, what's that going to be? And Kata's basically like, I don't really see that happening, like on my end.
Before they get into this conversation, it's pretty clear that like she wants to be doing something and he doesn't, and she like rolls over and is like, you're so annoying.
Yes.
It's giving coercion.
From Kata?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I definitely think so. Like the whole episode feels like a setup to get Kata and Zach to fuck.
I agree.
Kata is on board and Zach is not.
I agree with that. But to me, it's like Zach is like soft launching, twisting on her.
Regardless of if he's going to twist or not, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the sexual dynamic between them.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he's obviously trying to like go slowly for the sake of like everyone's feelings, which is respectable.
He's trying to go slowly to keep his options open.
Yeah.
Like, I don't disagree with that at all. I'm just saying I think
Kate is trying to like lock it down a little bit more by being sexual. Interesting.
Correct.
I could see that. Yeah.
And I have a feeling that that's how she has gone about relationships in her past because it feels pretty natural for her.
I do agree. It does seem natural. She does seem to like, you know, be a very sexual person and like whatever.
Also, to answer your question, Zach, it will be very weird for you to be with someone else in the villa now that you have fucked Kata.
Well, this wouldn't be the first time this has happened if he does stray.
Of course not, but it's weird every time.
Yeah, it is weird. I agree. Pull a Leonardo. Pull a Leonardo.
Okay, that was also like different. He was with Cassie and then fucked Johnny and then went back to Cassie. And then Cassie and Johnny almost. Oh, I loved that season.
Oh, yeah, so good. Bring us that.
But that was different. That was like, oh my God, you really fucked up. That's different than like I built a relationship with this person over the course of weeks that built to sex and then I'm leaving them.
Yeah, that's true. Well, in the morning, Melanie tells some of the girls that Sincere keeps lying. She says he's everything but his name.
So true.
So true. Casey then tells Corbin that Melanie slept outside for attention. And Trinity and Bryce talk about Sincere and how he's been lying. Trinity appreciates how Bryce comforted her yesterday. And then Melanie and Anaya discuss Corbin. And Melanie says that she wants to take it slow. And ITMs that she wants this time to like be a refresh, a reset. Casey then chats with Soul, and she says that she felt like no one else in the villa was open to her, and she had wanted to talk to Casey.
She should have pulled him then.
Yeah, she should have. She definitely should have.
But I guess if she was already feeling ostracized, she doesn't want to further ostracize the girls by doing that.
I suppose, but she's a bombshell.
Yeah.
It's kind of her role. She should be pulling everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's also the thing about Soul is I think that it's like, I think she was kind of waiting for other people to come to her.
Yeah. She was. We talked about that last time in regards to the girls, but it's true across
for the
board.
boys. Yeah, and that's not going to be an effective strategy inside the villa. Melanie then asks Anaya about her and Casey. I was like, I have to make a note of this because we literally had said it on our last episode. Like, will we ever see this?
I know. I'm telling you, the producers are feeding them information. They're feeding them SGTC.
They're feeding them our podcast.
Hello, Islanders.
Hi, Islanders. Wow.
Oh, also, crazy fun fact that I learned. You know how they always wake up and say, "Good morning, Islanders."
Yeah.
Apparently, that's because when the lights come on, the voice of God comes out, which is the producers, how the producers speak to them in the villa. I'm not explaining to you. I'm explaining to the listeners. If you don't know, there's often not producers around, but there's just like a loudspeaker with a producer's voice telling them what to do, or you come here for an interview, or it's your turn to recouple or whatever. And the voice of God in the morning says, "Good morning, Islanders." And then they all repeat it.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that
That's like-
wild?
It's kind of like Pavlovian almost.
For me, it's like crazy to hear things like that because how many times have we heard "Good morning, Islanders" every single morning, every single, like hundreds of times. And then to be like, oh, that's why it was happening. It like sends a chill up my spine. The context.
Yeah, it's very dystopian.
Yeah.
One thing that Elise and I have been talking about is we keep comparing this season of Love Island to the book I was telling you about, The Compound.
I know. That's why she's watching Love Island, because of how much she loved that book.
It was a great book. I'm glad that inspired her to watch it. Yeah. Ooh, spooky. Melanie and Anaya are chatting, and they're watching this conversation that Soul is having with Casey. And Casey tells Soul that he was highly interested in her, but then he saw how her and Sincere were flowing, and so he decided to back off. Then we see Kenzie tell Corbin that she's struggling with this change, and it's been really hard for her to give Caleb a chance because she's still really into Corbin. He then asks for a kiss, and she's like, no. And then they're like in the kitchen, and she's like, I can't believe you didn't kiss me.
No, he asked if he could kiss her on the cheek.
Oh, right.
And she said no, and then he was like, will you kiss me on the cheek? And she was like, no. And then she was like, in the kitchen, she was like, that's not what I wanted. I wanted a real kiss.
Yes. So then they go up to Soul Ties, and they do kiss.
Yeah. I have to note, in the morning, Corbin brings, I believe, Melanie a smoothie, but the implication is that Gabriel made it because everyone loves his smoothies. First of all, drop the smoothie recipe, Gabriel. Second of all, Corbin says, this is a smoothie.
I know. I was going to say, he says, this is a smoothie. Hilarious.
Melanie and Kenzie discuss Corbin. Melanie is asking for permission, essentially, to try with Corbin. And Kenzie gives her the go-ahead, but seems sad about it. Kata brings up the conversation that her and Zach had last night and shares that she's worried that he's waiting for someone else. He says he's really happy with her, can't see anything changing his mind, and he doesn't want to do something and then have a bombshell come in and that changes things between them.
Yeah.
Is it that you want to not do something and then have a bombshell come in and that changes things?
Yes.
It definitely feels like this is a piece of advice from Charlie of like,
agreed.
You must not lock down too quick.
Yeah.
He learned from Ace.
Yes, he did. School of Ace.
They kiss, I'm pretty sure, and I noticed because I had to comment that Zach and Kata's kisses seem normal. Like, of everyone in the villa, it seems like when they kiss, it feels like normal people, not like tongue monsters.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
Jen and Gabrielle talk about shark bites and this scar that she has from a stingray. He kisses her. Casey asks Anaya when the last time is that she had sex, and she said a year ago. This is kind of teeing up that Casey is feeling like he's not getting enough physical affection from Anaya.
Yes.
And then we get a text. It is the soccer challenge.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if Zach is like so blown that he's missing the World Cup right now.
I've never heard blown used in that context.
Oh, really? Like
sad?
Upset. Yeah, like sad.
I mean, maybe, but if he gets 1 million followers, it'll be worth it.
It's true, but I don't think he's going to.
Also, none of them know that the Knicks won. Isn't that
I
crazy
know.
to think about?
It is actually crazy to think about. I don't think none of them are from New York, but like I wonder if Sincere would maybe be a Knicks fan since he's from Jersey.
It was a win for democratic socialism as much as basketball.
Yeah, I agree.
I was rooting for the Knicks specifically because I wanted it for Mondani's New York.
Yeah, I was rooting for it because it was like it's a close by city, and why the fuck not? It's very exciting. So like, fuck Texas, whatever. I don't know.
Oh, I actually really like the Spurs.
Okay, that one guy is so tall.
Oh, the alien? Yeah, he's freakishly tall, and he has an 8-foot wingspan.
I looked it up. I googled that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I think about it all the time. Gabe and I are like, if you were Wemby, you'd be able to grab that right now.
Oh my god!
Like, think about it. It's
Insane.
sitting right here. What is like 4 feet away from you that you could just grab?
This lamp over here. That's fucking
crazy.
insane to think about.
I know. Yeah. I'm not sad that they lost because they're such a young team. They have many, many years of domination ahead of them. And I hope not too much domination because I'd really love for the Nuggets to get another one in Jokic's prime. But I digress. Yeah. We see the challenge. The couples are teams, and they have to start by rolling a soccer ball up from the ground to their lips, like through their bodies, up in between their mouths, and then transfer it into this tube/goal.
Yes.
And then this part didn't make sense. There's like a dangling sausage link that they supposedly are controlling theirs and their partners with their legs. But I'm like, just like get it in the spot. And then why are you like doing up and down? I don't know. It was so dumb. But they have to like
a whole
eat
thing
the
was
sausage bizarre. And they get squirted with ketchup and mustard, aka yellow and red slime. They're just like obsessed with getting these people wet and dirty this season, but not in the way that we want to see. God damn it. This is not what we meant. Maybe we need to be more clear with our wishes. They then get into a slime pool that like they have to get all the slime all over their body and fill up their shirts and stuff and then fill up this bowl to a line. They then get a question about one of the islanders and then they have to dump that slime on the answer to the question, and then they make out in the shower, which I thought was really nice of them. At least they were allowing them a little bit of
reprieve,
cleanliness at the end of this disgusting challenge.
100%.
Trinity and Bryce's question is which person is carrying their couple, and they choose Caleb.
Yeah, weird.
I think that what they meant by that is just that Kenzie's not into it, and they were right.
I agree.
Caleb and Kenzie go. She struggles with the hot dog, and their question is which player is fumbling the ball, and they pick Gabrielle. Also don't understand.
Yeah, I feel like they briefly explained it, and I think they were saying, I forget what their explanation was, but it was kind of dumb.
Anaya and Casey go, and Anaya deep throats the hot dog. They talk about this in their ITM, and Casey's like, you're more used to deep throating than I am. They're like, obviously they did this hot dog thing because they wanted all the Islanders to be like, tee hee 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 hee. They're like, remember when it was dangling in my face when I had to end? They're all like, hee 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 hee.
Yeah. A little heavy-handed.
Their question is which player is secretly scouting other options, and they pick Corbin.
Fair.
Correct. Melanie and Corbin go next. I do love everyone doing the Corbin impression. Have you been working on it? And can you say Melanie in a Corbin voice yet?
Melanie.
It's like Melanie.
Yeah, it is more of like staccato,
syllable by
like
syllable.
Melanie. Kenzie. Can I get a kiss? Can I get a kiss? Yeah, I've been working on it.
Their question is, which is the most overrated player? And they choose sincere, iconic, and true. Kata and Zach go next. Kata keeps getting the sausage out of the way. Oh, she's like fucking with him. Yeah, she's like pulling it up so that he can't get it. And everyone is talking about Zach's tongue, including me.
Yeah.
His tongue is
What's
the
that tongue do?
Wembenyama's arm of tongues.
Yes, that's an excellent comparison.
I really need the photo for like the cover of this episode to be
Zach's tongue.
Yes,
I'm on it.
Thank
I'm
you.
on it. Zach's tongue.
It was crazy. I was thinking it, and then they said it. Thank God.
It is very long and very pointy.
I think it was pointy because he was like trying to like get the sausage, but I've never seen a longer tongue.
No, but when they were in the hideaway and she fed him something, he like stuck his tongue out again. It was again very pointy. Like I think he just has like a pointy tongue.
It's giving snake. I hate it.
I hate it too.
Their question is, which player is acting like they already won? And they choose KC. This ends up being lots of drama. Zach is asked about it, and he's like, well, KC showed interest in Soul, but didn't go for it because he like doesn't want to ruin like the sure thing that he has with Anaya, basically.
Yeah.
And then we see Jen and Gabe go, which player has been caught offside the most? And they choose sincere, correct answer. He was the sneakiest. And finally, Soul and Sincere. She calls herself a glizzy gobbling queen.
That was funny.
And their question is, which player is most likely to get booed by fans? And they choose Bryce.
Random.
I don't understand the answers for the vast majority of these questions.
Nor do I. Okay. This is an issue. When the show gets too big, the Islanders get too scared and they don't feel protected and they are afraid to do or say anything that could make them look bad.
No, it's a really good point, and it is the secret sauce of season 6 and why we'll never have a season like that again, because the Islanders didn't know how big it was when they were in the villa. Leah didn't know she had 4 million followers.
Yep.
And based on her behavior, why would she ever assume that she did?
Yeah. Unfortunately, season 6 might have been the season 5 equivalent, because that was the same thing that happened in UK. I mean, like, people were gaining popularity by season 5 of UK. However, it really blew up, I think, after 5, and then had a stark downturn after that.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm interested to see. I'm like willing to wait to see how the rest of this season pans out. We might have a little bit of a sophomore slump L on this one.
But it's funny because everyone loves, like, the grass is just always greener, you know? Like, when USA sucked, everyone was like, UK is so much better. And then USA got really good, and everyone was like, UK sucks. Everyone needs to be watching Love Island USA. And now everyone is like, you need to be watching Love Island UK.
Yes. The grass is always greener. You're always going to, and it's fine. They can always be compared. Like, that's unavoidable.
It's inevitable when they start one day apart, specifically.
Definitely. But also, in my opinion, they are like almost 2 separate shows at this point.
Yeah.
Like, the mechanics of USA, like, it's the same game, but like the things that are occurring within the game are vastly different. Like, they're going about them in very different ways. UK is much more of like a slow burn. USA is much faster. And that lends itself to the length of time that they're actually filming these shows as well. So, like, it's going to be a little more action packed. Yes. Someone compared them. Season 6 was like a thriller. Season 7 was like an action movie. And then they're saying season 8 is a horror movie.
Oh, Jesus. Let's hope not.
Let's hope not. I agree. But I'm like, I do kind of see it. There is like a sinister level to some of this.
Yeah.
Maybe it might be the robot inclusion, perhaps.
It literally is Black Mirror.
It is. It does feel a little Black Mirror-y.
Yeah.
Oof. Zach tells Casey everyone is doing a talk of shame. They're all sitting in their gunk.
Every episode.
Yes.
But it's a cleaner talk of shame because the challenge included a shower. Thank you, producers.
Much cleaner. So Zach is talking to Bryce and Trinity and Kata about this, and he's saying that Casey should go for it with Soul. And then Kata talks about how they really weren't trying to come for Anaya and Casey's connection. We then see Anaya and Casey chat, and Anaya asks if Casey felt restricted in exploring things with Soul. He says no, but he's not going to force himself to do something that he doesn't want to do. She then says that she doesn't want to limit his experience. And this begins this super fucking annoying miscommunication between the two of them.
Also, have to note, this feels like a conversation in which Casey is adequately serious.
I agree. I don't think he laughed at all during any of this.
I've never thought like, oh, he can't be serious.
Agreed. I feel like Bryce can't be serious. Like Zach can't really be serious sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I don't get that from Casey. Like he's like a silly giggly boy, but he's not like
he has lots of serious moments.
Totally.
You're the blueprint.
Yes.
You know who's sincere? Casey.
Casey is absolutely. Yes. Corbin then says that he didn't get to fully experience the kiss with Melanie in the shower, and then tells Melanie that he did have a kiss with Kenzie in Soul Ties. I feel like he was kind of trying to tee up having another kiss with Melanie, but then was like, wait, shit, I do need to tell her about Kenzie. And then that kind of like put cold water on the whole thing.
Yeah. I feel like being with Melanie makes Corbin feel, dare I say it, nearly human.
I agree. I honestly kind of like Corbin and Melanie together.
It was in this episode where I was like, wait, there's something that feels so different about him.
It's normal.
Corbin and Kenzie like want to fuck, clearly. They want to like chase each other through the Serengeti. They want to eat each other. But what do they have beyond that? All their conversations are about their chemistry and about them and about who they're exploring and this and that and the other thing and white noise and his rain white noise. And oh my God, Kenzie. Like, we didn't learn anything about Corbin until he was talking to Melanie. We didn't even know what his fucking race was.
I know. I'm with you 100%. I love how, like, calm and, like, settled they feel together.
Yes.
And I feel like, unfortunately, with the, like, recoupling situation of us putting Kenzie with Caleb, it created this like false idea in both Corbin and Kenzie's mind that they are like actually more into each other than they probably really are, just because they have that like physical chemistry.
Yes.
And then they got like ripped apart, and then that became like really dramatic probably for both of them internally.
100%. Then it's like, oh, we're like forbidden lovers.
Yes, exactly. Yep. Yeah. Which like should be really fun for us to watch, but is like not. So that's disappointing.
I don't remember where I saw this, but somebody posted, and it's so relatable. Melanie is like your friend who just has terrible taste in men, but you love her anyway. I was like, that's exactly how I feel about her. Do I think ever that she's going to choose anyone over Sincere? No. Do I love her? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I support her rights and wrongs.
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah. Thank God. I could have been wrong. It is the nighttime in the villa, and Trinity and Kata discuss Gabe and Jen, and they don't think that they are a good match.
Because they are still mad for their girl, Bea.
Yeah, 100%. This was a Bea support group.
Yeah.
They are watching Gabe and Jen chat. Gabe and Jen agree that they aren't really interested in anyone else in the villa right now, which is such a specific wording. And then we see Kata and Trinity watch Jen and Gabe make out. Melanie and Corbin are getting like pulled off to go do a chat. And while this is happening, some of the Islanders start to discuss doing butt stuff. And Trinity is like, I tried it, but it hurt.
That shit hurt.
I loved that.
Also, I don't think that butt stuff inherently means anal only.
I agree. Like a little fingy in the butt. That's
But
different.
clearly that's how she interpreted it. And I love her. She's so funny.
She's very funny. I agree.
Her talents are wasted on this season.
I know. I feel like we're not getting enough of her. I want to
Yeah.
see more of Trinity.
Same.
Ugh, she's funny. Okay, so Melanie and Corbin discuss their family, and Corbin talks about this art box that he had as a child. And he's like, I used to be really creative. I also really like to make movies.
Okay, no, this was crazy. He goes, that like plays into like my career now. I'm like a videographer or something like that. And then she's like, oh my God, that's perfect. Like I love to storyboard. I love to make movies. And he goes, oh, are you going to be my videographer?
I think when he says he likes making movies, he likes making workout videos of
He
himself.
likes making Instagram reels.
Yes,
of his
exactly.
abs.
Yes.
But I'm like a videographer or something like that.
It was pretty
Oh,
funny.
Are you going to be my videographer? I was like, okay, we're learning about you, but you're still fucking weird.
Agreed.
You're like a weird human now, not a weird robot. But we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah. Melanie then trolls him, and she's like, I don't want you to like feel locked into something in discussion with like the Kenzie of it all. But then Corbin says he's interested in exploring Melanie more. And Melanie says that she does not want to be in another triangle. Mm-hmm. Anaya then asks for an explanation on the challenge. And Zach explains that Casey didn't want to risk what was good with Anaya. And he reassures Anaya, like, Casey has never said anything but like positive things about you. Like, don't overthink this. This isn't what you're thinking it is.
And then
Casey pulls Soul and they talk about the challenge.
wild.
Yeah. The timing of it all. Soul says again that she felt no energy from anyone else in the villa and tells him that he's the guy and he should lead. And then they like kind of flirt.
Anaya pulls Casey to the speakeasy and says that she wants to have a serious conversation. She doesn't want to be a safe option. And he says, you're confusing first option with safe option. Like, you're not my safe option. You're just my first choice, which is a really good response.
Yep.
And tells her that he doesn't get how he could risk what is going well with her for some mystery shit. Although I will say, Casey, that is the point of the show.
It is the point of the show. Agreed.
It's not necessarily about risking it. It's about knowing that I'll be exploring, you'll be exploring. And then if we are a strong couple, we will come back together. And that is what gains us favor, how we know that we've quote unquote done the journey right, what wins you the show.
Exactly.
Casey feels like the energy has shifted, and then Kata gets a text. The producer said, oh, Zach doesn't want to fuck in a room full of people. I know. The hideaway is open. Why? I don't know. Why does anyone deserve this? I don't know. Why haven't we had any dates? I don't know. But the Islanders, quote unquote Islanders, choose Zach and Kata, and they do a dance for them. It was like a remix / subpar version of Eat That Kitty in the Hideaway, but it was like clap them cheeks, clap them cheeks, clap them cheeks in the hideaway. So much worse. Just reprise Eat That Kitty. Oh, I would have loved that. Let's have that be a Love Island USA thing that season 7 started. Like, why did you have to do this?
Or come up with like a different beat entirely.
Correct. One or the other, but not this.
Right. Like, surely someone in the villa is relatively musical and could have come up with a different melody.
Correct.
Yeah, I agree with you, though. My note for this was I feel like producers made sure that they went into the hideaway because they knew that they would probably fuck, and then Zach might turn in Casa Amor, thus turning all of their fears into a reality.
Correct.
A horror movie, if you will.
So we now move into episode 12. My last note for episode 11 was literally just why was this whole episode about Kata getting Zach to have sex?
Oh my God.
We see Zach and Kata in the hideaway. Zach is a fucking sub. She's like, ooh, spank me. And he's like, or you can spank me. He's like, do you want to handcuff me?
I know. He
What
is
did
such a sub.
Caleb, not the Islander, but our listener, Caleb.
Yeah.
Didn't he DM us? I just saw this come in. It was like, we'll ask you, Caleb. I'll DM you and ask if you want me to cut this out. Zach is gay, and he is a, all caps, bottom.
Is that what he said? Oh my God.
And I think it was before this, too.
Oh, yeah. Sunday. I really think Zach and Bryce are both gay, and Zach is a bottom.
Can you respond to that and ask him if I can say that in our episode?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, amazing. I'm sure the answer will be yes. Okay.
Anaya tells Trinity that she feels like a safe option. Trinity is like, don't want to like rain on your parade, but like he prioritizes you. It's not that deep.
I don't fucking understand what's going on. I want to shake Anaya.
Same.
I just I'm like, "Argh!" Like, get out of your fucking head. Like, stop.
Anaya is like, Casey just doesn't take anything seriously. I'm like, it's just not true.
I agree.
Corbin tells Kenzie that he cares about her a lot. He's like, the ball is in your court. And they talk about how hard the situation is. They're on the dock, and we see Sincere and Caleb watching them from the kitchen. Sincere's like, I hate being short. Of course you do. You're giving the energy of a man who hates being short, Sincere. But basically Caleb is like, oh, they're kissing because they're like hugging and holding each other. They don't kiss. However, are they staring into each other's eyes and talking about how they want to kiss? Are her legs draped over his legs? Yes and yes.
It's an intimate position.
They don't kiss. Caleb ITM's frustration. And then essentially he starts a rumor amongst the entire villa that they kissed.
Love that. Good job, Caleb. I think that's a great strategy. Start a fucking rumor.
My fave. Islander.
My fave. Briefly to talk about Sincere's height. He's 5'11". I wouldn't count a 5'11" guy as short.
But of course he does.
In the villa, he's definitely short because these guys are all well above 6 feet.
But also, of course, he thinks that's short, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Have we talked about this before? What do you think classifies a short guy? What's like the beginning?
5'7"?
What's like the shortest? Damn. I think like 5'6".
That's not 5'6" different.
Up. I mean, I guess like everyone. Okay. You're right. Yes. You know, I'm actually going to say 5'8". 5'8" and below to me is short for a guy.
Okay.
Is that fucked up?
No.
Okay.
How tall are you?
5'7".
That's why. Do they just have to be taller than you?
By 1 inch. But I still count that as short. If you're my height and below, you're short.
Yeah.
For a guy. Yeah. Okay.
I am 5'4", and I feel like 5'7" makes sense for me because if you're like, I'm short. So like if you're just an inch or two taller than me, like you're short. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we see Zach and Kata chat in the hideaway about their journey so far. They make out. Kenzie tells Caleb that she had a good conversation with Corbin. She's like, but we didn't kiss. And he's like, oh, I must be tripping. Melanie sleeps outside again, which Corbin finds out about from the girls in the bedroom. We obviously get IB from Zach and Kata. And then we see this like post-coital moment where they're like remaking the bed. And he says, real talk, will you kill me if I explore a bombshell? And she says, yes.
I can't believe he asked that.
I feel like he was at least trying to make it seem like he was joking.
Yeah.
But it's so clearly on his mind in relation to his physical relationship with Kata that like this is closing off other options for me.
Yes. Yes. He also knows what's coming.
Yeah.
They all know Casa is coming.
Yeah. He knows what's coming, and it's him. In the morning.
So much. In the morning, Zach is so much lighter. Uh-huh. A disgusting way to put that.
Oh, I hated it.
I hate it.
In the morning, We get confirmation from them that they had sex. Kate is like, are we just going to tell everyone we had sex? We fucked. And he's like, hee 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 hee. KC tries to talk to Anaya and she rejects the conversation. He complains about Anaya. Wait, Corbin confirmed that he finger blasted Kenzie?
Yes, Casey and Corbin are chatting and they're talking about like doing sexual stuff with their partner.
Yeah.
And Corbin is like, yeah, I mean like Kenzie and I were doing a lot in the bed. Kenzie and I were doing a lot in the bed, you know, like DJ. He's like, DJ, wicka, wicka, wicka. Yeah.
I heard him say DJ and I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah. Diddling. Yes.
Oh. Wicka, wicka, wicka. I'm dead. I just like totally like wrote it off. I was like, I don't know what that means.
I didn't know how to like write it. Obviously finger blasting is different than just rubbing outside on the top of your vagina. What is it, the vulva? Just rubbing vulva? I don't know. It could have been a combo effect. He didn't get into details. I don't know.
I'm dying. This conversation was like not great. Although I do understand. Listen, I understand. If you're Casey and everyone in the villa is hooking up constantly and the girl you've been with from the beginning doesn't even want to like have any sort of physical intimacy with you at night, I understand how that could make him feel. I
wouldn't feel great.
Yeah.
I would be upset about that. I would feel like you weren't really into me.
And we've felt that way the whole fucking time.
Yes, we have.
It's so weird because I'm like, the issue is that she's not into him. And now she's like turning it around and making it the issue that he's not into her. But he is. And he has been.
Yes.
I can't. I hate when these Islanders make me side with the men.
I know.
Casey says that him and Anaya haven't done anything, and Corbin is like, yes, I know. I always look over and just like see her sleeping. Caleb and Kenzie talk about last night. He's like, it's been hard on me. I wonder if I should explore more. And she's like, yes. Caleb says that he'll stay out of Kenzie and Corbin's business, and he ITMs that he's going to take a step back, which is not the best move if you don't have someone to take a step forward with.
Yes. The
girls watch the boys work out. I really liked this. Anaya is like, my show is on. And I liked it specifically because I felt like Soul for the first time was like involved with the girls.
Yeah.
Like her and Anaya and Trinity pulled up beanbags and were like watching the boys. But I did hate that her first interaction with like the girls in this villa failed the Bechdel test so horribly. It was like the opposite.
Yeah. Good point.
We then see Trinity encouraging Melanie to explore Corbin, basically because they're looking at him and they're like, look how hot he is. You have to explore that.
He does have a great back. Shout out to his back. It inspired me to like work on my own back.
Wow.
I was in Pilates yesterday and I was like we were doing like
WWCD.
It fucking hurts. What's that mean? What would Corbin do? Yeah. We were doing like Superman stuff on the Reformer. Anyway, I was like, I'm going to have a nice back just like Corbin has a nice back.
Blessings.
So we're working on it. We're working on our body for our future family, as Corbin says. in
for our goals.
For our goals. He wrote that in one of his reels. Did you see that? Did I send that to you? Elise sent it to us. So. I don't know if you saw it. I'll send it to you directly. Zach and Kata then return from the hideaway. We get a BCGC. Kata says that they didn't use anything in the hideaway except a condom. They both confirm that they fucked.
They ask her, did you do it more than once? She's like, no, I wanted to.
I know.
This girl is horned up. She's like, if I have him locked down from once, think about how locked down he'll be if we fuck all night.
I know.
Think about how light he'll be.
Gotta clean out the pipes. Yeah. The girls chant, got that dick in the hideaway. And then we see Caleb and Melanie chat about their couples. And
wait.
I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead, please. You're gonna talk about Bryce's comment.
Yes. They ask Zach what he did, and he's like, everything. And Bryce goes, what does everything mean? You went in her ass and shit? This man is jealous.
We need to talk about Bryce and Zach for a moment. I really believe that they genuinely want to fuck each other.
I do too. Zach is like, I can't fuck Kata because then I'll be closed off for Bryce.
Yes. Did you see that image of like one of them had their hand in their
They
the other
were
guy's
sitting
back
in their
pocket?
couples with the girls and yes.
Touching
they
his
want
ass?
each other.
Oh my god. Wait. This was also a plot on The Compound.
Really?
Spoiler if you're gonna read The Compound. But there was like, everyone obviously has to be in these like heterosexual couples, and it ended up coming out that there were like some like same-sex couples fucking like secretly in the villa, and it was like a dynamic that was not further explored. But yeah, and I'm just kind of like, oh my god, like what if Zach and Bryce are secretly fucking somewhere in the villa?
That would be really hard because the only place they could do it would be like in the toilet.
What about on like their off days when it's just boys and just girls?
Oh,
I don't know. When they're not being filmed, they're not mic'd
that
up.
could be. I didn't even consider that.
I'm just saying.
I can't believe that you skipped that comment in your recap. I'm disappointed.
I didn't want to give too much away in case anyone read it.
No.
I mean this on the paper that we're looking at. I felt that the notes were so long, and I was like, I can't include everything, but
that was an important detail in my opinion.
It was. I agree.
He's so jealous. He wanted to be in the hideaway.
He is so jealous. I think they're both so jealous of each other. Like,
it's crazy.
Some people are like in our Discord. Some people are like questioning whether or not they're like queer baiting us. I actually just think that they are queer.
Same.
Yeah,
I do too.
Like Caleb said, they are gay, and Zach is a bottom.
Bryce was like, I don't know, just off the top of my head, go on her ass and shit.
Did you fuck her in the ass like you fucked
I just
me in the
happened
ass
to
last
be
night?
thinking about it because I want to do that to you.
They have been talking about anal a lot. Like a lot more than usual.
And Bryce and Zach are always in the conversation.
Yes. There's something here. There's something here. Something is amiss. Something is cooking.
Not a miss.
Not a miss. Cooking, no, for sure.
Cooking, for sure.
Caleb and Melanie chat about their couples, and he feels like Kenzie hasn't stepped away from Corbin.
True.
Kenzie then tells Jen about her conversation with Corbin and says that they aren't really sure about like what Melanie wants. Melanie says that she still has strong feelings for Sincere, but she's just going to let Soul and Sincere be. Corbin then tells Melanie that he and Kenzie did want to kiss, but out of respect, did not kiss her. Corbin says he wants to explore with Melanie, but he's also feeling sad about her sleeping outside. Melanie promises to sleep inside today. Then, Sincere and Soul, Trinity and Bryce play Never Have I Ever. Trinity shares that she has done a foot job and said that it was bad.
And she's also said that shit hurt.
Yes, she did. That shit hurt. Yeah. Anaya then complains to Melanie about Casey and says that Casey isn't always serious. Again, Anaya says that she doesn't want to do stuff in the bedroom. She says, God forbid a girl doesn't want to open her legs. I'm like,
It's
all
not
right,
about
well,
that. You don't need to fuck, but it's like,
yeah,
there's no like physical connection between you. That's the problem.
Yeah. It's also just like, let's not slut shame the other girls here.
Also,
like,
that's a great point.
Yeah.
Kata literally just told you that they fucked.
Right. It is at nighttime in the villa, and Sincere tells Soul that he's going to talk to Melanie about how things went down. Kenzie then tells Jen that she doesn't want to talk to Corbin if he doesn't kiss her, and she thinks that by not kissing her, he likes Melanie more. What the fuck is this?
She says, whose feelings are you protecting? Because you're hurting mine by not kissing me.
The double standards.
This little whiny ass baby can get out of my villa.
I know. It's very annoying. Race seems to be at play. That's what I'll say. Casey and Anaya then chat and says that there is tension with them. He says that he's just a giggly person and he wonders if Anaya just is maybe bored.
Yes.
Interesting. He says that he's not sure how to change to make her feel like he's more into her.
Don't. You're just not a match, Casey. Don't change. Never change.
Exactly. She says that she doesn't want him to change and she just wanted one serious conversation. He says he understands that. And then he says it pissed him off that she said that he was with her only just to coast. And she's like, well, that's just how I felt. He then says that she's always been his first option. And she says, she makes this point about how, like, well, I also, like, he says, you've always been my first option. You weren't always mine because I was standing, like, behind your door.
You weren't behind my door.
But you weren't behind mine.
Yeah.
Exactly. And she's like, yeah, but then I picked you in the recoupling. Like, that was me picking you. And then she gets mad and encourages him to talk to Soul. And then she's like, I'm over it, and like walks away.
She has an avoidant attachment style.
I agree.
And she is essentially like creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. There was a really, really good TikTok that I sent you
the TikTok
about
was great.
this from a therapist who was kind of analyzing what was going on with Anaya and Casey and saying that like she's so afraid of him leaving her that she's gonna like force him to leave her so that she's in control of it, basically. And I think that's exactly what's happening here. And
I
this
agree.
back and forth of like, I don't give two shits if you talk to Soul, but then like being upset that he's talking to Soul and then being like, I am not going to stop you from talking to Soul, and then he's talking to Soul and you go and pull him away from Soul. I'm just like, can you like just take a minute to like actually figure out how you're feeling? Because whatever you're projecting onto KC is like not his.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. And I feel bad for Casey. And I feel like in this conversation, I feel like she just wasn't hearing him at all. And she was just like reiterating these beliefs that she's already told herself. And I feel like he was like hearing her. And he was like, I'm trying to understand where you're coming from. I'm trying to help you understand where I'm coming from. And she was just like, la, 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 la. I'm not a safe option. Like, yeah.
You
Not
can't be
great.
serious.
Right.
I just wanted one serious conversation. You guys have had very, like, a lot of, I don't even really remember a conversation that I've seen between you that's been that fun, to be honest. I think it's been mainly serious conversations.
I agree. I know. He needs somebody else.
He does. Send in a baddie for Casey.
Please, I beg.
Do you know what I would love?
What?
A baddie for Casey comes into the villa. He starts to explore. They go to Casa Amor. He comes back single, not because he wants Anaya, but because he wants the other girl in the villa. And he slept outside every night waiting for her.
I don't think we're going to get that, but that would be tea.
Why aren't we going to get that? Producers?
I don't know if we're going to get any more bombs before Casa.
That's fucking insane. That
I
would be
agree.
Insane.
I know, but like it's feeling like that. There's 2 episodes left and we're going to have to kick somebody out.
Okay, think about this. Gabriel was supposed to be a part of the starting lineup. Had that happened, then likely, I mean, obviously we know that they kind of like pick and choose as it goes along, but it would have been what? Kada and Corbin who
Right.
did the like walking behind the doors challenge. Caleb would have been the gentleman in the room and the challenge. And then we might have gotten another male bombshell to come in with Jen and Soul.
Yeah, I agree. That's true. We might have had another one. I don't know why they haven't thrown another person in there, though. It doesn't make any sense.
It's time.
And I agree that they should. It is time.
Today, hopefully, if you're listening to this on Thursday.
Fingers crossed.
Kada, Trinity, and Gabrielle chat about him and Jen. He's happy with her. They're like grilling him. This is once again Bea's fan club. Kenzie tells Soul and Jen that she does not know how she feels about Caleb. And Soul feels like things are going well with Sincere. Jen worries that Sincere could switch up on Soul like he did to Melanie. What a great worry that you have. Sincere then pulls Melanie into the, why do I want to say hideaway? Speakeasy. To discuss what happened. He does not want to treat her like a stranger. He doesn't want to forget about things with her. He knows he fucked up and he never wanted to close the door. Melanie says, well, I haven't kissed or slept in bed with Corbin. She loves a high horse.
Loves this high horse. I'm going to play this card every time I can.
He says he thinks about her all the time. He misses her. It's hard. When he talked to Sol about this conversation, he was just like, we need to like talk to like shut that chapter.
Yes.
I can't.
He made it seem like a closure convo. And I fucking knew. I knew the second he said that to Sol, I was like, he's lying.
Of course.
He's lying.
I know the second he opens his mouth, he's lying.
Yes. I saw a lot of really funny memes today where it was like him, like people were like, I just know the second he starts doing this, he's lying. And I'm holding up my hand, like out, palm stretched. That man lies like this. It's his deal. He
ITMs that he still has strong feelings for her.
And I feel like Melanie utilized, to bring back my mother again, the law of least interest. I think I've also discussed this. My girl utilized the law of least interest and it worked like a charm.
Yep.
And I got to give ups to Melanie for that one.
They hug. It's clear they want to kiss. They don't. Corbin then pulls Kenzie for a chat. And I hated Kenzie's victim mentality in this conversation. She was like so mopey and she was like, you obviously care more about Melanie than you care about me. You're not giving me signs that you like me. Like the sexual coercion from the girls in these episodes is out of fucking control and you hate to see it.
Yeah.
She's like, you're sparing Melanie's feelings and not mine. You're obviously more into her. He says that his feelings for her are still there, but he doesn't know how to move in the situation. And then we see Gabe in the kitchen with Caleb, and Caleb is like, at least with Kenzie, I know she's going to be honest. I don't have to worry about her lying.
Yikes. Yikes.
So of course, anyway, they end up kissing. She's like, our kisses are so good. I love kissing you. Let's not tell anyone.
Oh, fuck.
Right after we just saw Caleb saying that she would never lie to him. And we end this episode with an ITM from Corbin where he says, fuck the repercussions, bro.
Yeah.
And we find out that we will be voting tomorrow.
Yeah. When Kenzie said that she felt like he wasn't giving her signs that he likes her, just like, this is a crazy statement. Like, he's been all over you, like, for days.
Yeah, but he won't kiss her. Me.
But he did. He took her up to soul ties and kissed her. Yeah.
She's just trying to coerce him into making out with her.
She is.
It's really crazy. So we move into episode 13. Anaya talks to Trinity again about her conversation with KC. She seems to think that he is saying that he just can't be serious, that he's just like a giggly guy. Not what he said.
Nope.
She also feels like he's saying that she's restricting him from exploring. Not what he's saying.
All of these like question marks that I'm writing, I'm just like, what the fuck, Anaya? Like, how
Where
are
did
you
that
getting
come from?
Right. How are you getting this from what he said?
You're right that she just created a story in her head and she hasn't listened to anything that he's actually said. She's just like, here's what he said that I made up.
Mm-hmm.
Casey talks to Bryce and Zach about the conversation and he's like, I'm over the soul situation, but I'm not sure that me and Anaya share the same mindset. Caleb then pulls Jen. Jen suspects that if Melanie settles in with Corbin, it will push Kenzie more towards Caleb. Wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Zach and Bryce chat about Zach in the hideaway. He says they're still open. Only for you, Bryce.
Only for you.
Zach thinks that Trinity wants to lock Bryce down more. That
Again,
feels like projection.
Jealousy
and projection.
Yeah. Definitely projection. That's a good point. It is. Yeah, it does seem like that.
Melanie tells Kata about her conversation with Sincere, and Soul sees this and tells Caleb. And then in bed, we see everyone making out. We see Melanie and Corbin are making out. And yes, it is Jen and Gabriel IB.
Yeah, wow. See. In the morning, we see our breakfast routine. Corbin makes Kenzie one singular heart-shaped pancake.
That he brings to her in his fingers.
Yeah. This is a pancake.
Right.
I made it with sugar, flour, water, and eggs. Kenzie like takes it and then walks out of the makeup room, and Melanie is like, this is fucking weird. She's like, we kissed last night. Awkward. We then see Kenzie talk to Jen and Sol, and she says that she feels reassured by her connection with Corbin. Sol uses this chicken analogy. She's been spending too much time with Sincere.
This is what I was talking about.
Okay.
She says Kenzie is like a chicken with her head cut off, and both of the boys are trying to catch the chicken. I loved it. I thought it was so funny. But you're right. I wrote, I'm dead Sincere's rubbing off on her, but also like Sincere could never be so clever. He's like, ooh, the three little pigs, the straw, the fish are both beautiful. This is actually funny from Sol.
This is really funny. Yeah. That's hilarious. Sincere then talks to Bryce and Zach about his conversation with Melanie last night. And he's like, yeah, Melanie said she missed me. And I said I missed her. That's not what happened, Sincere. You told her you missed her. Yeah. That's not, this man loves to rewrite a narrative.
He can't be honest or sincere to save his life. And this is a cautionary tale for everyone naming a child.
I was about to say that exact thing, Ari. You cannot name your kid something like loyal or like respect or like whatever. Like you're probably better off naming your child like misogyny or patriarchy.
Odds are higher. Misogyny is one of those names that, like, if it didn't mean what it means, it would be a really pretty name, like chlamydia.
Yeah, I actually feel like misogynoir would be like would kind of slap. It's like a little French vibe.
Misogyny.
I mean, it's opposite day apparently.
Yeah,
unreal. Bryce and Zach ask how he's feeling and who he's gravitating toward, and he's not sure. We then see Melanie and Corbin chat about the pancake. Melanie feels weird about it, and I was like, flashbacks to Huda and Jeremiah and the pancake gate.
Oh, God. Drama about pancakes always. I didn't even put that together.
Oh, yeah. Melanie says that she doesn't want to be in the way of him and Kenzie. We then see Kenzie and Caleb flirting in soul ties, and they talk about eyesight. He says that his vision is 2013, and then she explains that 2030 vision is better. It's not.
And she goes, I went to nursing school, and all I have to say is revoke her degree.
Yes. I don't even think, she doesn't even have her license yet. But this was concerning. The way also just like, I don't know. Maybe I do this too, actually. She came at him like with so much confidence, like, no, you're wrong.
He was like, oh, I thought it was the other way. And then like the same thing with Corbin and the white noise thing. She's just like not willing to have a conversation. She's just like, nope.
The white noise thing.
Nope. Yeah.
I'm right. I know that I'm right. I think sometimes maybe I do this too, but it is annoying and I'm going to reflect on that.
And that's the beauty of these shows.
Yeah, it is.
Can I say that after the soul metaphor about the chicken, we then see Kenzie and Jen talk?
Yes. Thank you for bringing this up.
Yeah. Soul leaves and we see Kenzie and Jen, and Kenzie confides in Jen and tells her about her kiss with Corbin. And she says, I'm not telling Soul because I trust you.
Uh-huh. Maybe.
Sisterhood that she feels with the only other white girl who has walked into this villa, and unearned trust that she feels for Jen is so concerning.
Agreed. That was not cool. There's no reason she couldn't tell Soul that information.
No.
Ugh. To make it matters worse, actually, Kenzie's ITM is that she wants to see a more masculine side of Caleb, and then they kiss.
She's like, what I'd really like to feel is like I'm a tiny little gazelle and he's like a big lion.
I want to feel worried that he might kill me.
Yikes.
Yikes. My note for this was let men be soft. Let Caleb be soft.
I love Caleb.
I like him too. This is why I texted you. I was just like, I'm feeling really bad for Caleb.
You were like, is it crazy that I like Caleb now? And I was like, no, because I had sent you an invisible text that was like, I think I'm going to vote for Caleb and Saul. I didn't. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. I feel really bad for him.
Yeah.
We'll keep going. Soul and Sincere then discuss how he's honest with her. He's fucking not, but whatever. He says that she has so many layers. Okay, Shrek. Shocked he didn't use a Shrek reference here. Zach then tells Kata that he thought that he would explore more in the villa. Again,
we know.
Soft launching the exploration. Kenzie and Corbin then argue about what white noise is. And respectfully, Kenzie, Corbin would know because he has access to the entire internet. He knows what the fuck white noise is.
Kenzie, the only white noise I want you to hear is on the plane on the way back from Fiji.
Oh, yeah. Trinity then gets a text. Tonight there is going to be recoupling. Everyone is going to write a love letter to the person that they want to couple up with. A week 3 love letter is crazy.
Crazy.
No one knows what to write. The girls then ask, where's ChatGPT? Pan to Corbin's face.
Thank you, producers, for that gift.
Yes. They then put their letters in a mailbox. And while the Islanders are getting ready and discuss what's to come, Bryce asks Corbin what he's thinking about. And Corbin is like staring off into space. And Zach makes a joke. He's rebooting. Corbin, activate.
Either the producers are telling them or he just is so robotic that they also see it. I don't know.
I don't either.
I did want to mention as well that when they hear that they'll be writing love letters, of course, immediately Zach asks, can I write to Bryce?
Oh my God. I don't think I caught that. Jesus Christ.
They're obsessed
I think they're
with each
fucking.
other.
I think they're fucking.
I love that conspiracy theory. It's so much better than my conspiracy theory that the producers are feeding them our podcast.
I mean, I don't hate that theory at
However,
all.
if you are being fed our podcast, Zach and Bryce, we support you fucking. And do you want to know how you can get 1 million followers? Couple up.
open.
Go all in. Be the first gay couple of Love Island. You would be icons for fucking ever.
Icons forever.
And it'd be hard for Kata to be mad at you. It's kind of like the only way you can explore someone else now, Zach.
I agree. It'd be so hard for her to be mad. You can't
Do
get mad
it.
at that.
Do it.
Otherwise, do it. Do it. Okay, it is the nighttime in the villa. I just want to say these love letters took 40 fucking minutes. Thankfully, my notes are much shorter.
Such a long shot of each of them, like standing there and then going to open the mailbox and then a different angle of the shot and then opening the mailbox.
I just like, I didn't need all of that.
No.
Ariana enters. The dress is fine. The bangs are bad.
I was so annoyed that Elise texted about it because my note about this was, Maura, please tell me that you noticed Ariana's hair this time. And then you had to notice it because someone texted us about it. I was like, I wanted you to notice it on your own.
It's true. I will be honest. I don't know if I would have noticed 100%.
You wouldn't have.
I would have been focused on the dress.
It's giving Meredith Marks.
It is. I saw someone else online make that comparison. Each Islander has their own mailbox. The couples will open the mailbox and read any mail that they have out loud. If a boy or girl wrote to each other, then they will couple up. And if their mailbox is empty, they will be left single. Trinity and Bryce are first. Spoiler alert, they couple up. Both of their letters to each other are cute. And Bryce says, when I first kissed you behind the doggy style door.
That's how the letter started. Dear Trinity, when I first kissed you behind the doggy style door.
Yeah.
That was so funny. I loved that.
I appreciated that she laughed at it like immediately. I really think he was so serious too, but it was hilarious.
I don't know. I feel like he could recognize the humor in that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was part of why he wrote it, but I liked it. It was fun. It was good. Brinity is growing on me.
I'm back to believing in them.
Yeah, I think me too. Jen and Gabe are next. They couple up. Gabe's letter, we said this at the top, was very cute. They ended up both writing something in Portuguese, and I was wondering if they got a translator.
She must have had the producers look up how to say something in Portuguese.
I know, but I also wondered if maybe Gabriel wrote his letter in Portuguese and then it was translated because it was just so well written.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it was, but it was like how he speaks. Like it was not all grammatically correct.
Okay. Well, I was a little tipsy when I was listening to this.
I assume so based on your texts to me. You're like, I'm going home to watch now. And it was, when it like is like EN like instead of RN. Yeah. I also, the other thing, in addition to them both including a Portuguese line at the end of their letter, they both signed it, your favorite Brazilian and your favorite blonde.
That's cute.
Has me believing in them.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely have chemistry. All of their kisses are always really hot.
When they asked Jen this morning, what were you doing in bed last night? She was like, I don't know. I don't even know.
I know. That was really funny.
She's like, I can't help it that man loves touching me.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
He's sexy as fuck.
He's really hot. He's really, really hot. Anaya and Casey are next. They couple up. Anaya's letter is pretty cute. Casey's letter is very sweet, in my opinion.
I was unmoved.
It's fair.
But they both cried.
Yeah. Kata and Zach also couple up. His letter's fine. Her letter's good. Kenzie and Caleb are next. Kenzie has 2 letters in her mailbox. Caleb's letter for her is good. Corbin's is fine. We can only ask for so much with ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb's mailbox is unfortunately empty, so he is left single.
This went down exactly how I expected it to.
I was 0% shocked at all of this.
Yeah, except for I thought they might make the Islanders decide between Caleb and Sol who to vote off. But no, we're not doing that apparently.
Yeah, I thought maybe the same. Melanie and Corbin are next. Corbin has a letter from Kenzie. The letter is fine. Kenzie and Corbin end up coupling up. Sincere then opens his mailbox. He has 2 letters. Melanie says that she wants to try again. Sol's letter's nice. It's fine.
But it's rhyming. I hated it.
Oh, hers rhymed. Okay. I couldn't remember. She wrote sincere. Okay. Sol's box is empty. And Sol says that she had an inkling.
She goes, it's women's intuition. Can I just say intuition is out in 2026. I'm over intuition after the defectors defected from my wedding because of their intuition. And also, girl, like you did not think that was going to happen because of women's intuition. You thought that was going to happen because of the signs that were in front of your fucking eyes.
Correct. Yes. So Melanie and Sincere end up coupling up, and to no one's surprise, Sincere uses this whole analogy about broken glass.
His whole letter was about glass.
I need him to just not ever. I need him to stop using fucking analogies and metaphors and similes.
Same. 2 things. Them reading these letters about themselves out loud, it felt cringe in the same way that I used to feel when we would read out loud on the podcast our 5-star review.
That's
it's like,
so funny.
Kenzie, you are so amazing. What? Like, it's so cringe. Also, quick note, shout out to the producer who had to put heart-shaped wax seals on all of the letters.
Oh, yeah. So Sol and Caleb are now a couple by default, and Ariana says, time can be cut short and you have to learn to cherish every moment.
What the fuck? Oh. She says, none of us know how long we've got, and for some that time can be cut way too short. So please cherish every moment. I was like, huh?
I was like, oh, the Islanders are going to die. Got it. I mean, obviously, then we immediately cut to this memorial for James, the producer who passed away.
Which, like, and what in the iMovie was this shit?
Yeah. Agreed.
Did somebody make this in 20 seconds? It was like a bunch of photos that like faded in and then faded out, all for different lengths of time. And in the beginning it said for James, and then almost at the end it said his whole name, and then there was one last photo after his name, and then it said we love you. I was like, what 3rd grader made this?
I feel like maybe it was like someone had like they asked their iPhone like put together a little video of James, And then it was like, you know how the iPhone will like, give you little videos.
I think the
every once in
iPhone
a
would have
while?
done a better job.
Damn. Maybe it was Google
AI,
Photos.
AI would have been better. Corbin, Claude,
Corbin could have helped.
Corbin GPT,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Rip James.
R.I.P. Sorry, sir. I don't know what happened. Some kind of health issue, which is sad and
Medical
scary.
Emergency. Super freaky.
Cherish every moment, or you might pass.
Cherish every moment because you could die tomorrow here in Fiji.
Oh my god! Like literally, so ominous.
Terrible.
Maybe this season is a horror movie.
Maybe it is.
Someone was onto something there.
Only time will tell. Okay, let's play our hot take.
Okay. All right, this is from Kayla. Apologies again. You did send this on May 30th, so.
My name is Kayla, and my hot take is that people shouldn't be so angry that there is potential Trump supporters on the Love Island USA cast because it's Love Island USA. Trump was voted into office. His supporters are out there. Unfortunately, some of them are hot, and they're going to end up on the show. And if they're going to be stupid, let them be stupid on the show. It's great entertainment. Love Island isn't known for casting smart and politically correct people. So I think that to be commenting evil things on their Instagrams and to them personally doesn't make sense. It's Love Island USA. It's America. It's what we are, unfortunately.
There you go.
I agree.
I agree as well.
I never comment horrible things on anyone's posts, but I love when she goes, there are Trump supporters out there. Some of them are hot.
Some of them, unfortunately, are going to be hot. And that was so
true.
real. It is true. Some of them are hot.
I agree. I also think that, well, at least the lens that we view it through is much more about like, we don't necessarily want to be like supporting these people. We're never like, get them off the show. When people get kicked off the show, it's because they have like videos of them saying the N-word come out. Like that, does it overlap with Trump supporters? Yes, but it's never like we're asking for them to be kicked off because they're Trump supporters. Actually, as I'm saying this out loud, I'm like, I do feel like I was saying that about Austin last year, but there were so many reasons. Austin was so hateable.
Very hateable.
So, yeah, but no, I agree. I totally agree. And it is a representation of our country.
It is. It is.
We just talk about it because it's a factor.
Yeah, I think also like in the time that we've been doing this show, I'm like to an extent okay with having Trump supporters on the show only because it does add this extra dynamic of like, I think the only potential issue is, of course, like the harm that could be caused by the ideology behind all of that.
Especially in a super diverse villa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest sticking point for me. However, like she said, this is the United States of America. This is the world in which we live. And people are very likely to suss that out amongst each other.
Yeah.
God, it's not that hard. Especially with men. Men make it so fucking obvious.
All right. Let's do our awards. Maura, you don't know?
I had a
me to
really
go?
hard... Yeah, I want you to go first with your MVP.
Okay. My MVP, the only person I could give it to was Trinity because she is the only one who made me laugh, made me smile. She was the light in the horror movie for me this episode.
I'm going to give it to Trinity too because I was literally like thinking about it and I was like, I have no fucking idea. There's no one stood out.
No, I almost wrote Nobody Deserves It. Actually, I did. I wrote Nobody Deserves It. And then as we went through this recap, I added other than Trinity to the end of that.
Briefly, why don't you share who you voted for?
Oh, I voted for Trinity and Bryce.
And I voted for Sol and Caleb because I felt bad. It's a pity vote.
I don't know that it's a pity vote. I also think it's just like actually like both of them. And it's really hard to find a couple right now that we like both of. When we were texting about it, you were like, it's so hard. It's Sophie's choice. I was like, I don't know who to vote for. And I was like, it's not Sophie's choice. It's like Sophie's choice if you hated both of your children.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh no, who will I choose? I love them all so much. It's like I have to pick a favorite out of these piles of shit.
Yeah, they're all bad. What else did you say that was really funny?
Oh, something insensitive about the guy who died.
That's right. Who was your most toxic Islander?
My most toxic Islander was Kenzie.
Woo! I also
What
picked
about
Kenzie.
you? All right. What was your most shocking moment?
Very little was shocking to me in this episode. I'm shocked that a producer died. What about you?
Love Letters episode 12 after no bombs since episode 6, and they're already announcing Casa Amor?
Yeah, that's more just like fucking annoying.
Yeah.
No dates. Where are the dates? What was your error?
Anaya being super insecure and messing up a good thing with Casey.
1000%. Biggest error. I agree. I would say Zach's soft launch of twisting is maybe a close second, but regardless, yeah, this was bad.
What was your LOL moment?
I'm going to give it to when I first kissed you behind the doggy style door.
That's mine. It's the only thing that made me laugh out loud. Dear Trinity, when I first kissed you behind the doggy style door. It's so funny.
It's hilarious.
And guess what, Zach? Trinity thought it was funny. She got the joke.
She did. She did.
Okay. I have a little bit of a switch up. I have finally given in my finalist predictions. I now have Trinity and Bryce. I'm sure that they'll let me down. I'm sure that this will be fucked up during Casa Amor, but I believe in them for now. Casey and someone. I hope it's not Anaya. Melanie and Sincere. Zach and Kata.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Well, time will tell. We cannot wait to be back to chat with you all. Oh my gosh. After next recap, we'll officially be halfway through the season.
Woo, 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 woo.
Crazy.
That's exciting.
Send in your hot takes if you want to be featured on the pod. We already have one for Sunday, but we will play yours next Thursday. And we'll chat with you soon. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. Please follow us at She's Got the Chat on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, and YouTube. Rate and review us wherever you get your podcasts. Please share us with a friend, an enemy, a coworker, a family member, a local politician. Bye.